Hello guys, this is Shock Treatment and I am doing a VOD for the first time in about a year. I don't know why I decided to do it now, but I think that, well, I heard that this is quite a good game, so I thought I'd give it a bash. I did actually try to do one a couple of, well, I think about a week ago, the Alive Pulsar versus Schmid game on Dust, which I quite enjoyed, but unfortunately I forgot to, well, the record didn't actually work, so yeah, uh, this is my second attempt at getting a new VOD out there, and I have taken criticism on board about my sort of boring style, so I'm going to try and be all excited and fascinated and whatnot about the game. But yeah, anyway, the game in hand. We have Guardian Angel, who is Kimosabe, as sort of light blue GDI, and we have Pokemom, who I'll call Warmech because I don't know, I prefer Warmech to Pokemon. Yeah, and he is, I think, Orange Scrin, yeah, Orange Scrin. Okay, right. So without many more messing about, let's get this game underway. Well, we can see this is Kimosabe, and this is Mr. Warmech. Yeah, it looks like he's going for the standard starts, no surveyor, while Mr. Warmech is going for crane, which he does like to do. Warmech does like to do these really greedy economic builds. I'm personally not a huge fan of them, but he seems to make them work, so fair play to him. I mean, he is definitely one of the few CNC3 players left who has a very distinctive style. Him and Bike Rush both have a very unique way of playing, which you can pretty much tell who they are from how they play. Anyway, so we can see he is going for refs, while getting his spike, while Kimo is doing APC NGs. Has he got them yet? Has he got APC NGs? Yeah, there we go, there's the first one. First one is coming out, and the engineer goes into the APC eventually, and the APC sets off on its journey to Tiberium Spike Land. Oh no, it doesn't. It goes off to try and capture the drone platform. The Corsair has noticed the crane, and if you see someone go crane, it is usually a good idea to put pressure on with APCs, force a few buzzer hives, slow them down. And I think that, yeah, there's 3 APC NGs, and the other 2 are going to go to the spikes. And he's going to move his MCV to the middle, whilst spamming halves, I would guess, on his main field. It is important, very important in fact, to claim the middle early against someone who does a crane build, because if they get the middle, then you're pretty much screwed, because, well, yeah, you are. It's just the way it works. But anyway, so Kimo is trying to go and capture the war factory. Is he going to get it? And he manages to capture it. That's a big blow for Warmech. Very big blow. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, it is very important to get the middle, because basically, once he's finished spamming all these refs and I'm guessing teching up quite fast, he's pretty much going to be eaten. Basically, all his economy is spent on getting more economy, which is, yeah. So basically, you need to go and hold the middle as much as possible so that you can just starve them out, so they can't get any more, and you can sort of just roll them over. Anyway, Warmech is saying, no, I don't need a war factory at the moment. And that's probably teching up. Nope, there you go, he's got his war factory finally, and is trying to reclaim the spikes, but there's a very pesky APC there, which is killing off these disintegrator squads. Meanwhile, Warmech is doing a bit of harassment on Kimo's halves with the 3 Seekers he managed to build before his war factory got captured, and is putting down a lightning spike and some repair drones. Really going quite heavy into this attack. Anyway, he's not microing that well. He could have already killed a half by now. Will he get that one? He's chasing it. He's chasing it. No, he's not going to get it. See, if he hadn't been mixing his shots between these 2 halves and that one, then he could have killed off 1 half, and that would have made a big difference. But now Kimo is going crane himself and trying to recover and spamming Preds like a madman. And more Seekers to try and eliminate these APCs. Oh, smart play by Kimo there, putting mines around the assimilator so that when it tries to move, he's going to blow up and die. Hey, Warmech manages to clear out the bunker, which had the rifling squads in, and kill off the APC. And meanwhile, Kimo is moving in with a whole bunch of Pred squads and moving his MCV down to try and hold the blue, which is a wise move. Anyway, now Warmech is doing mass Storm Riders, which is pretty good versus mass Pred, because Preds can't shoot in the skies, which is something that, you know, if they did, then people would be whining about how even more overpowered Predators are, even though, to be honest, they're not actually as good as people used to think they were. I mean, I don't build Preds that often these days. I usually focus more on the rocket squads, double MCV Sonics and Juggernauts and whatnot. But anyways, back to the game, where all the exciting action is happening. You can see that Mr. Warmech is killing off these Preds with his Storm Riders, and now Kimo is finally bringing some Pitbulls to the party to try and take him down. Nice-ish job by Warmech, target firing down the Pitbulls, and beforehand was targeting down the slightly more damaged Predator tanks, but now Mr. Warmech has got his tier 3. But as I said, this is what I was talking about before, that both his Tiberium fields are almost dry, so he's now got to make the big push to push Kimosabe off these 2 fields so that he can get more eco. But he does now have the 2 bottom spikes and has been harassing quite well up here, which I seem to have missed, but still not target firing down the halves that well. He could be killing that one instead of targeting this one, but yeah. Anyways, now Warmech is pushing into the blue, trying to force Kimo off it. But Kimo does have a mass Preds, and here comes the Mastermind. The Mastermind, what's the Mastermind going to capture? Will Kimo be able to shoot it? No, he will not. Or, well, Warmech's just letting him shoot it. Arby's gone for the wormhole. The wormhole, which is actually really annoying. I really hate that wormhole because it's just... There's nothing you can do to really stop it if you let them scout in your base. If you let them scout in your base and they get a wormhole, there's nothing you can do. You've lost your MCV. It's really quite irritating, but I suppose on the plus side, you know, the wormhole itself costs a lot, the signal transmitter costs a lot, the Mastermind costs a lot, so, you know, it probably will cost more. Well, let's try and calculate it, shall we? Mr. Pokemon.
Unit under attack.
I think he's sold it now.
Construction complete. Harvester lost. Tiberium
wormhole,
field
yeah, there you go,
depleted.
2,000. Mastermind, I think, is another 2,000.
Training.
Yeah, so basically it's 4,000
Insufficient funds.
itself, which is
Building.
3,000. So yeah, it's a lot of money to do, but it is really irritating. Really irritating. Anyways, enough about that. Mr. Warmech is going for his Mastermind and trying to be a really irritating person. Kimo is deciding to go and sneak up at the top with a whole load of Pitbulls. But there we go. Warmech has now captured a war factory and is probably going to put down maybe a, what should we call it, storm column? Storm column maybe? Come on, put down a storm column. Or don't bother then. Anyways, back to the action. We can see that Warmech is trying to push in with tripods and shock troopers. I do enjoy a good bit of shock trooper action. Shock troopers are some of my favourite units. There we go, storm column is down, which is going to be shooting at a power plant. Yeah, finally he's not targeting it. He should be telling the storm column to shoot at these blooming halves. Now he is. Anyways, if I was Chemo, I would probably be trying to capture these 2 spikes back on there. Oh yes, see, he's way ahead of me. He's already been doing it. 2 engineers. Well, they're just sitting there now, but yeah, here we go. The more important thing is that Warmech has managed to force Chemo off that field, which is a pretty dangerous situation for him to be in, especially since he's got his MCV. Well, he's got an MCV now, he's obviously rebuilt it. Chemo really needs to reclaim this central field again. Has he got both spikes? He's got one spike, he's going to get the second one soon. Pitbull's still causing a bit of havoc and being chased by a load of disintegrator squads. Yep, and he's got the railgun upgrade, which is going to make a huge difference to his situation. Status field gets a few, but there should be enough. Well, I don't know, he hasn't got enough feds really. APCs take out the shock troopers. Oh, I'd be retreating past Kilos. Wait for his second half of his fed forces to be able to engage. But he isn't. Bad move by Kimmo, I think, there. But anyway, Warmech is retreating, and he has his mastermind and a few more tripods added to the party. Again, if I was Warmech, I'd be sending these halves to him, saying, "Oh, you know, I don't care. I don't care if a few of them die. I'm just going to get rid of this field as quickly as possible, so Kimmo can't have it, and also so I get lots and lots of money, and then try and re-establish myself. Well, establish myself, since he hasn't really been established there before, on this middle field here. So then I can push and win, kinda. Anyway, as he finally killed those peat bulls. I don't know, I can't see the pit bulls. Oh, there you go, smart by Kimmo. Or maybe not, because he's walking across the blue to him, but he does manage to survive. I guess he's going for that spike, but it is going to meet a big force of tripods, and he's going to die a miserable death. There we go. Poor guy. Anyway, a bunch of disintegrators being shot down by a rifleman squad, and we see Kimmo is going for Firehawks. Very important unit for GDI. If I was Kimmo, I would be switching from Preds to Mammies as soon as possible, but he hasn't got... Are those Firehawks or those Orcas? No, they're Orcas, ugh. Orcas, I don't like Orcas versus Skrins, especially in attack, but, you know, each to their own. Obviously, Kimmo can't get Mammies because he's lost his tech centre, which was in the middle. But now, Warmech is establishing himself with a few refs. Mastermind, I'll be capturing that harvester. Or, yeah, he's tried to, but got shot at a bunch of rifles. Yeah, if I was Warmech, I would just try to... Well, I don't know, it's difficult. It's an interesting game, really. I'm not really quite sure. I think it's fairly even. Obviously, Kimmo's got this field, he's got this field. Warmech's got this one, but Kimmo... Well, it's one spec each, but... It's a difficult situation, really, for both players to be finding themselves in. I think that Warmech should just be able to sit and control this field, just hold it. And Kimmo is going for the big push to the Preds. Yeah, if Warmech just sits here and holds this field, then he's pretty much won in the long run, I think. Anyway, Kimmo's flying around of Orcas, scouting out, so if you need anything you can pick off. Mastermind captures the Preds, which gets shot instantly. But 2 tripods are not going to be enough to hold it, and the rest of his forces have to run all the way to the middle here to try and stop it. 2 Orcas managed to snipe down the tripods, and a good face field by Warmech to save 2 harvesters. Now we're going to see Warmech's trademark mass shock trooper spam. Or, well, he usually goes, he prefers the synths, but shock troopers are better in my opinion. I would be using the blink packs, which I think he's researched. Yeah, you guys can tell by their weird little hats. I'll be using the blink packs to blink forward and try and pick off some of these more damaged predator tanks, but Warmech ain't doing that. Don't know why. But now he's going in for the big push. Nice little harassment, basically gets shut down by these orcas. I don't know, I don't think Warmech really had to push in this situation. If I'm honest. Just tried to hold, especially since he's got spikes. Then made a push down here, try and break him off that. But there we go, Kimo's massive army has managed to hold. Take him out. And yeah, if we get back to even-ish again. Nice claiming of the husks by Warmech. Eventually, no shocks. Shooting him down, but not quite actually to kill him. Fully promoted shock trooper, which is cool. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Now, what else is happening? Kimo's got... Well, let's have a look at the economies. That's probably a good thing to do in this situation, maybe.
Construction
yeah.
complete.
Kibo has 5k, whilst Mr. Warmech has
Cancelled.
nothing
Structure
whatsoever.
sold.
That's a bit of a tricky situation to be in. No one likes to be broke. He's just letting his mastermind get killed, which is not good at all, but there we go, he finally notices and is running away. But yeah, now Kimo is starting to re-establish himself. So this is kind of like a bit of show of how, if Warmech had a bit of more control, he could be in a better situation, because if say one of these houses wasn't damaged at all, then the other two would probably be dead. Yeah, anyway, snipers from Kimo, taking out the shock troopers, APCs and Preds. Yeah, it looks like Warmech is pretty much lost. Shock troopers blinking about, trying to take out rifles. Not the smartest of moves. But yeah, it looks like Kimo's is going to be able to build up his army here and then sort of roll over Warmech. Oh, but I completely missed this mass Storm Rider from Warmech. Hopefully able to kill off these harbs fast. And obviously, that's the thing about orcas, is if you go and you go orcas and you give the scrim player a free invitation to go Storm Riders, which basically just kill the orcas and also do a lot of damage to the halves. That's why I don't like going orcas versus scrim. Anyways, Mass Storm Rider decides to leave the halves, even though I'd have at least picked this one off before running away, and decides to try and kill off the predator tanks. Basically shut down by a bunch of APCs. There we go, now killing off the orcas. As I was saying, yeah, that's why I don't like orcas, because they will get shot down, and there's nothing you can really do to stop it happening. But here is the big push by Kimo. Oh, and there we go, there goes the shockwave artillery, which is going to stop all these tripods from moving and let them get shot. Nice status, which prevents the... Well, yeah, very good status actually, because it isolates all these Preds who are going to now die. And we managed to capture one of them, which is going to take off the more damaged ones. Very nice. And now Kimo has switched to Mammoth tanks, which is good, and is going to push the middle, but Warmech hasn't got anything in the middle, and... Yeah, but yeah, here we go, the spikes by Kimo is important. No, Warmech even. I don't know, it's a very interesting game, this, yeah. Very interesting, lots of action. Getting these snipers out just before they die, which is good. Very good. Kill the birds, kill the APC. There we go. If I was Kimo, I'd be a sniper to shoot that leading mastermind, which you don't, but there you go, the rifles are going to do it, are they going to kill it? No, they are not. Now, Big Mouths and Pitbull push in the middle, taking it out. Warmech sells, I think, or it dies, I can't really tell. And now Warmech is trying to go and claim this field, but yeah, all the Tiberium is gone, so it's basically a race you can claim this middle field again. Kimo has the advantage, the head-on advantage, because he's got these Mammoth tanks which are a bit beastly versus these 3 tripods, and has a bunch of Pit Bulls 4 versus the Storm Riders. The Storm Riders are very good because they like to fly around the map and just cause havoc and keep you kind of pinned. Very nice play by Warmick, trying to get him to claim the husk, but very good play by Kimo, getting the Orc to take it out. The one disadvantage about going Mammoth tanks versus Screen, I mean, even though they're better than tripods, I think, one-on-one, is that you're putting, well, again, with the Mastermind, you're putting your, making very viable units, and when you capture one Mammoth tank with a Mastermind, it's going to put you back a lot of money and do a lot of damage. Whereas if you have Preds, then one Pred isn't going to be that much of a loss. But yeah, it's a big trade-off, really. I mean, things you need to get really good timing with the Preds when you got a load of Preds and haven't got that many tripods. But you know, if they get enough tripods, it doesn't matter how many Preds you can have, they're not going to be able to take them out. Kimo capturing back the spikes, and Warmick has an engineer there, and he's going to capture it back. Now here should be a head-on collision. I think it's going to be pretty even, maybe, between the two. Where's Mr. Warmick's Mastermind? There we go, and it's dead. That's unfortunate. That Mastermind was really keeping you in the game, and especially when you needed it for this push here. Now I think Warmick's is going to go mass disintegrator. He's got 2 drone platforms, I think.
Structure sold.
Which he likes doing for some reason. If I was him, I would be
building,
selling
training
this one off because it's just going to die. I don't really need to build queues at this point, especially if you're trying to hold this big attack here. Nice play with the mass buzzers, all well spread out. I do like seeing that. I like doing that a lot, like going for the screen tier 1 in. Another shockwave artillery takes, well, yeah, 3 tripods taken out, and the storm column. But still, the Mammoth tanks are being shot at. Oh, here you go, the mass disintegrators coming in. Oh, he seems to have sold that drone platform. I'd have sold that one and kept that one so you can try and reclaim this field or whatever. Anyways, disintegrators push up the Mammoth tanks and the tripods are attacking. Oxrite comes in, doesn't hit anything. But yeah, here you go. If he can just go and stop, but if he can get engineers to recapture these tripods, he's got a chance, but no, he's lost them all. And there you go, he seems to have quit. Well, yeah, it was quite a good game, reasonably good game. I enjoyed it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, obviously that's the big sort of eco thing I was talking about. Pokemon gets a big lead in eco. Then, of course, he's like, oh crap, I don't have any more fields, I'm running out of eco, and that's where Kimo starts to take the lead again, and then Pokemon is behind pretty much the rest of the game. Stats, nothing really to see, nothing particularly interesting, except I'm quite happy that Shock Troopers get favourite units. Yeah, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this commentary. Yeah, and that's it. Goodbye.